Okay, so it is now officially the next day. I had a little problem yesterday. Yeah. Yes, my alarm started going off, and so I had to kind of like rush and connect that piece so I could get it on. And then with these street lights with the alarms, you have to pull the main fuse out and then pull the connection to the alarm. So it was a mess trying to get that on as quick as possible so I could get the alarm. I mean, it was probably going off for 10-15 minutes, and it was between like 8 and 9, so kind of bad. So what I'm going to do starting off today is I'm going to pull my fairing back. I'm going to attach the cover to so it's kind of hard to see. So I'm going to attach the cover so I can unscrew and put the bushings on. If you put the cover back on there, it keeps it from spinning when you're trying to loosen it. So that's going to be, I think, my first step. I also had to order, well, I went ahead and ordered some cable extensions. Since everything's kind of taken so long to get here, I'm figure I just better be safe than sorry. So I ordered some just in case, and they should get here by Friday. There's like a couple tricks you can do, like moving some wires. You can move some the connectors here and push them through, and that's supposed to give you some better or some more length. So we're gonna try it out and see what we can do. Pretty excited about the new bars. I'll show you them all here in just a bit. So gonna start taking this apart and get the bushings replaced, and we'll go from there. I will let you all know how it goes. Hi everybody, I'm Osage Bagger, and I am an idiot. So we got the so my brother came over yesterday and he helped me set up or connect the bars to my new handlebars to my bike, and realized that, so I thought I had an issue with my bushings, trying to get the new bushings on. I ordered some Arlen Ness, just these Arlen Ness dampening kit is what it says, but bushings. So I thought I had an issue. We decided that we weren't going to mess around with it. So we put it all together, got the handlebars on, and then I realized that I was just an idiot. I actually woke up this morning probably at like, I don't know, like 6 o'clock, and I woke up thinking like, oh, I know why we couldn't get the bushing. Yeah, anyway, woke up thinking like, oh, I know what's wrong. I just need to turn the handlebars. So I came out at lunchtime and took it all apart, and now I'm going to show you how to put it all back together. I didn't record how to put the bushings in, but like I'll just show you here. So it doesn't have the silver cap on yet, but I had to take off this piece and like worm these new bushings in. What I ended up doing was I took a bolt that has a washer on it, and I put another washer up here, and then a nut, and then I put it through and I tightened it until it completely, like until this metal piece sunk in. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take off the fork clamp, handlebar clamp. I'm going to take that off. I'm going to put it on over here and kind of seat those bushings in. I have these caps right here that will go on top of it. I noticed yesterday when I noticed yesterday when I put or when the handlebars were officially on, that they were pretty bouncy, like moving up and down. I had these just the stock Harley, like I just had these stock Harley bushings on, and they're real squishy. So yeah, so where we're at right now is I'm gonna take the clamp, I'm gonna put it back on, tighten it up, put some Loctite on it. I gotta torque it down. I think it said 35 to 45 pounds. I think is what it said. I don't know. So I'm gonna put that on, put the handlebars back on, start connecting everything. Yeah, so here we go. Okay, so I was able to get this, the handlebar clamps torqued down. What it basically did was I put, from the bottom up, I put the nut, put the bolt, and then the silver cap, put some red Loctite on, put the other silver cap, and put the whole clamp down. You want to make sure, like for these, since there's a gap there, you want to put the, make sure you have the top handlebar cover connected. And yeah, so if you do that, it'll hold it in place. I was able to torque it down. I think it was like 40 pounds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the handlebars on. I'm going to connect all the wires. After I put the handlebars on and connect these wires, I'll put the fairing up, and I'll show you what I had to do to get a little bit of extension out from these. It wasn't too complicated. I ordered some wrap for these. They haven't come in yet. I'll need to take the fairing off anyway, because I'm getting some new mirrors that I'm going to put on, so I'll have to take off these mirrors. So I'll just do it all at the same time. But yeah, putting the handlebars on now, and then I will let you guys know how it's going. All right, so this is where we're at now. I was able to get these on. So I think it's like 20 pounds torque, I think. I don't know. Look it up in your manual. I had the bars where I wanted them before, so I put a little mark on them to line them up where I wanted them to go, and they needed to come this way a little bit, so I moved that. But yeah, so I got the brake and the clutch levers on. This has to kind of, I'll show you after it's done, but you have to kind of route this around the edge to get it to work. One thing, when you take the handlebar clamps off, you have this little ground wire that you have to reattach. So if you could see this right here attaches right there. So I'm going to attach that, and then all I'll need to do is I'm going to push these cables back. I'm going to attach this, push those cables back, and then I can put my fairing, lift my fairing up and put that up, and hopefully be able to get it all locked up and ready to go. I have a podcast with my buddy. I'm going to do it like 5:15 today, and let's see, it is 5 o'clock. So I'm going to haul ass, see what I can get done beforehand, and I think we're on the downhill slope. Once I get the fairing up, I'll show you guys what I had to do to get those wires extended. They look pretty haggard, but I think I'll be able to kind of get those cleaned up once I get that wrap in for it. So, all right, talk to you guys soon. All right, so oh, that's good. Okay, so what we did was, God, what did we do? I came in and I put this this cover on. It has 2 Allen key nuts that you tighten on the side. It has 2 like dummy plug-ins that I go ahead and plug in. It's just empty. Then I put in a bolt that Then I put in a bolt that goes here, and that allows you to connect your turn signals. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run inside. I'm going to record that podcast with my buddy, come out, finish putting on the front fairing, or I'll show you guys the wiring, what I had to do to move it, and then put it on the front fairing, put it on my windshield, and then take it out for a test ride. Pretty excited. Here we go. All right, so I got a little antsy. Okay, so here's what went down since you guys saw me last. Did the podcast, came back out, realized that my bars were lower than I wanted them to be. I'm not sure how that happened because I marked them. Anyway, so I ended up having to tear most of it down again so I could get the bars correct. So when you're doing this, like I was saying, this is not a how-to video. This is just kind of me doing it. But I'll link the video that is like 10 times better than mine, shows you exactly what to do. Anyway, so when you're doing this, you want to make sure that you basically get your bars where you think they should go, slip the fairing on, like don't tighten it down, but just put it down, make sure the holes line up on the side, make sure that's where you want to go, pull it back off, and then tighten them down completely, the handlebar clamps completely. So I got it all done. So if we look, this is the final job. So what I want to touch base on is I mentioned that there were cables that you can move under the fairing, which there are, but honestly I was having trouble getting back there because I was trying to clean them up, got a little frustrated, decided to stop. So what I'm going to do is insert a clip of me riding with these handlebars on here. I definitely feel like I have more control with them. I don't know why. I don't know if that's a thing or if I'm just more confident. I don't know. But yeah, I definitely feel more control. I feel better going into turns. I'm obviously wearing the same thing, so I had taken this out before I started re-recording. I also got, which I think I mentioned, but I have my Arlen Ness. I went with Arlen Ness hand grips. They're a lot smaller, skinnier than what I had before, but I really kind of like that. Even though I got bigger hands, I really like that. I feel like I can kind of hot rod. I feel like I can kind of hot rod it a little bit better than I don't know why. I mean, these karaoke ones are really good, and I'm gonna keep them, but keep them as kind of like a backup. They're definitely wider, fit my hands a little bit better, but yeah. So I have in the mail today some new mirrors. I went ahead and got chrome mirrors. Thought it looked cool coming out. I mean, everyone's kind of against chrome nowadays. I really just don't give a shit. So I went ahead and got chrome, and I'm gonna put those on. I'm excited to get those. So once I get the mirrors in, then I'm going to take off these mirrors, which it's literally just one bolt. I forgot to order a like a plug for that, so I'm gonna do that. But yeah, other than that, after I move the cables for like for my hand controls, right and left controls, after I move that, everything kind of lined up. You have to like easily brake, like you have to loosen the brake and clutch this nut right here, so you can move this straight down. It was kind of sticking out like that, so I kind of moved it straight down, which also kind of helps with the reach, because if anything, the only thing that I am a little concerned about is something extremely important, and that's the brake cable. I'm gonna have to figure out if I could get some sort of not extension, but figure out if I can move some cables in the bike to get a little bit more play. I'd feel a little bit more comfortable. I mean, I have full range. I can move it left and right completely, but I don't know. Just figure better be safe than sorry. So what I'm gonna go do now is I'm gonna go inside, have dinner with my wife, take a shower, disgusting, and then tomorrow I'm gonna come back out and I'm gonna clean everything up. Everything has greasy fingerprints, and yeah, it's kind of driving me a little crazy. So I'm gonna clean up the bike. I'm gonna clean up the garage. As you guys can see, I'm all over the place. Yeah, stuff everywhere, just drug out everywhere. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this episode. I definitely appreciate you guys watching. This is kind of a how-to. It's not kind of a how-to. I'm not gonna label it a how-to. It's just basically me putting on new handlebars with short clips. Probably not gonna be that interesting. Just being honest. So yeah, as soon as I get the mirrors in, I guess I'm done. Yeah, as soon as I get the mirrors in, I'm gonna look and see what I can do next, what changes I want to make next. I saw some cool display screens that you can put in that tie in to like your iPhone and or Android if you have Android. I was thinking about removing this plastic piece right here. My father-in-law actually had it installed because he's riding down the road one day, and my mother-in-law was like, it felt kind of strange on the bike, and he realized that my mother-in-law, who was riding behind him, had her feet kind of sticking straight out. Come to find out, because the engine, the pipe, the exhaust is right there, she like it was burning her feet up, which I believe, because even with those plastic pieces on, my wife, her feet get, like her ankles get real red even if she wears socks. But yeah, so mirrors are next. I gotta take off my air intake, and see what's going on with that, because I'm getting some really bad gas mileage. I checked the map on my fuel pack and everything seems fine there, so I'm gonna see if I have like maybe air intake issue. I'm gonna make sure it's cleaned, which is probably not. I haven't cleaned it since I had it, and I've had the bike for a year. But yeah, all in all, I would say this is a success. Pretty happy with that look, like the old school curved look. Got the small grips on it, feels pretty good. So yeah, if you stuck around this long, I definitely appreciate it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram. I usually post a lot more stuff there because it's easier. I don't have to do a bunch of editing. I just have my wife do it, and then she sends me the pictures. Anyway, I'll see y'all later. Taking and taking and taking and taking.